Hey, I'm John Greaves III. I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life, and I just did a review of a really cool gaming app that I used with my Concept 2 rower, and it is the Exr game app. This thing is great. It's got some incredible graphics. I really enjoy using it, and so I was able to get an interview with the elusive Alfred Campanaerts, who is the founder of the app. I guess what do you say, Alfred? Would you say you are the developer? You're the founder?
I'm one of the founders, but I'm also the project lead on the
Okay.
application. So most of the big decisions and the major direction of the application comes from me.
So I was just gushing about your app and how much I really enjoyed it. What gave you
Mhm.
guys the idea to create Exer?
And yeah, the original idea of the app actually came from the world of cycling, where it's a really big thing right now. Like the virtual cycling apps, the most well known one is of course Swift, with millions of users worldwide. And yeah, we are sports enthusiasts here as well, and I also am very big into cycling, so I knew of all these apps and loved them. I also love video games, so the two things I like coming together is just great. And then yeah, we came across an opportunity with a local federation of rowing, so the Flemish Rowing Association, and they were looking to make indoor rowing more fun. And we looked into the sports, and it turned out that there really wasn't anything like Zwift or other cycling apps to have that make rowing fun. So we thought, like, yeah, if no one is doing it, we can be the first ones to really bring gamified workouts to the rowing sport, and that's how it all started.
Did you base the way the game works and the way that it processes information and the way that it looks? Did you base all of that on Swift, or did you just take any like the open world concept and say, okay, we're going to use just the open world concept from video games in general and apply that to it?
Yeah, we did look at Swift mainly, like because yeah, I also was on Swift, and we knew that a lot of people wanted a Swift experience for rowing. So indeed, we looked at apps like Swift and said, what do people like about Swift? What don't they like? How can we convert this to rowing? And then we started creating our own experience from scratch. But the feature set, let's say, all of the different features that we planned from the beginning were of course heavily based on the popular concept of Swift. So of course the multiplayer aspect, the fact that you can choose different virtual worlds, those came from Swift, but everything was built from scratch, and the locations, the visual style, the way the different modes were set up, those were all our own design. So it's of course heavily based on Swift, but we did our own thing in the end.
One of the things that I really enjoyed is the mini games. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. So the first mini game that I played was the one where the faster you row, the further you throw this thing. It's like
Yeah,
a
Boy Blast.
catapult,
Yeah.
right? And so when I was in the military, I was in artillery, so that sort of appealed to me. But I didn't like it because if I'm going to, I only use rowing as a warm up infrequently. It's
Mhm.
more often I use it as a recovery tool, especially the day after I deadlift, or maybe 2 days after I deadlift when I'm really sore and I just want to go through the movement pattern and loosen back up. And so that means I need more time. And so that mini game didn't work for me
Mhm.
because it's too short. But the one I liked was the one that you guys came up with recently, which is the shark attack. I love the way that you feel the shark is chasing you, and I'm on screen looking because I can hear there's the music playing. It's like Jaws. So I'm looking for the shark on screen, and I'm like, is the shark in the water? It's just like you would be in real life. If you're in this little boat, you're gonna be looking for the shark. Whose idea was it to go with a shark?
When we first did the mini games, it was at the start of development. We wanted to try out. That's how the mini games came to be. We wanted to try out different things in the application when we're just exploring stuff. And then the idea was just to if we are going to make mini games, we need to base them on a type of workout. That was the idea. And then we came up with like Boy Blast, which was like in short intervals, sprint sessions. And then we thought, now we need something for like endurance. And I don't know whose idea it was, but somehow it just came up that like, yeah, maybe something can be chasing you, and
Yeah.
it would just be funny. We were working on Boston, right, and on the Charles River.
Yeah.
to just put a shark in the Charles River and let it chase you.
Right.
And yeah, we tried it, and it was also for us, it's really motivating to just push your limits, because it's just a normal endurance workout, but when the sharks get really close and the music gets really tense, it just pushes you over the limits to give it everything you've got, and you're just dead after the sessions.
So you have Lake Bled, and then you have Boston.
Yeah.
Why was Boston the city that you guys did so much with? Because you not only have the Charles River, you also have, you just go through the Boston sewer, and I did that, and I'm not convinced that I didn't see something floating in the water. But why was Boston the city that was the place that you wanted to make your playground?
So we started with Boston actually because we just did some research with rowers that we knew here in Flanders, and we asked them about their favorite rowing locations and their favorite races. And one of the biggest ones that came up always was like, yeah, I really like the Head of the Charles competition, which is, I think, like the biggest regatta in all of the world, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we did some research about that, and we thought it would be a good idea to make one of the most famous competitions the first playground of the application. But then yeah, like the biggest problem we had was that we always want to include different loops in the application, so that you can choose a route, and then you can say, if I want to do 100K for some reason, you can just keep on looping, and you're not constantly going back and forward, because that's really boring talking about the backgrounds. So we decided to expand on the idea of just having the Charles River, and also make some fantasy parts, let's say, based on the location. And in Boston, yeah, we expanded it with like a bigger city part, and then also, of course, the Boston sewers, which are
and all the graffiti like, inside there. It was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's a really fun change of pace from just the Charles River. So that's how we came up with Boston, and it's also the biggest map in the application. So we're actually recreating Henley, the Royal Henley Regatta, which is also one of the bigger races in the world. I think it's 5 kilometers long that you can row on, and then just the same as with Boston, we also expanded it with a fantasy part, which is will be based on British landscapes that you can row through. So you can expect maybe some farm fields and some nice cliffs and stuff like that. So I would say the most varied location we will have to date.
One of the big things that I liked is not actually an in-game feature, it's the Discord. Yeah. So I think that Discord blends some of the best features of the old message boards and Twitter, because you can put links, unlike Instagram, you can put links in your messages. But what I'd like is for you to tell the people watching, like, why this Discord server is such a big deal, because it was huge for me.
So the Discord is awesome. Of course, we have all the classic social medias like Facebook and Instagram, but to really have like a close connection with the community, initially we had like a Facebook community where that's still very active, where people can post their workouts or just questions and stuff like that. But recently, Discord is becoming very big, and a lot more people are getting on the platform. And some of our users asked for a Discord server, and we created it, and more and more people are starting to join, and many of the users that are on Discord are very active and talk every day about their experiences on Exr or rowing in general. Yeah, like the thing you say, it's like a lot of different things combined together. It's not only a chat, but you also have like a forum style based thing where you can post feedback and bugs and stuff like that. And both the user base as well as we, the developers, are active in it. So every time you have a question or just want to share something, there will always be people that are there to answer you or to help you from our side. And I think maybe the best thing about Discord is something we also have started doing recently. That's the events feature, where people from both the community and ourselves will actually organize group rows from time to time, and they make like an event link in Discord, and then you can meet up with different people virtually on X or on the water. So that's the coolest thing about Discord. If you want to row together with other people, that's the way to go, I would say. Join the Discord and join the fun.
That is actually what I liked about it, that I had a question. It was after the Boston sewer. I thought it was taking a long time to get to the start of the sewer. And so I posted a question, said, why does it take so long to get to the start of the sewer entrance? Because I was rowing. I said, I feel like I'm rowing for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I got an answer fairly quickly. And we decided, okay, well, it must be, it's part of warming you up. And then they also told me a shortcut, say, okay, well, this is how you can get to the entrance faster. So that's not something that you would normally have. Normally, when I have questions about some products that I'm using, whether I'm reviewing it or just using it myself, what I end up having to do is either call the company or email them, and then I have to wait. Yeah. Sometimes you could go on the website and there is like the little annoying chat bot, the automated robot that you can use. That's usually not very helpful. So that's not something that you would normally have with a product that you just be able to just jump on the Discord. And then after that, I was able to, as you said, watch conversations. I was able to chime in. We talked about, again, the sewer thing. And we started this whole side conversation about rats. Say, why aren't there rats in the sewer? Maybe we should have rats in the sewer, or just all kinds of things, right? But it was great to interact with developers and with other users. And so Discord is great. So if someone watching this has never used Discord, it's really, there's a Discord for Garage Gym Life. If you guys would like to join, the link is going to be in the description, as well as the link for the Exr Discord. But before I go inviting people to join your Discord, you don't have to be a user of the app, correct?
No, you don't have to be. Everyone can join the Discord. Just read the conversation, ask some questions. The community is very keen to respond. And then, yeah, if you like the responses and want to know what all of it is about, then you can become a member at any point. So you don't have to have an account on our website or anything like that. Right. Discord is completely separate.
What's one thing that you wish people knew about your app, but nobody ever thinks to ask you?
I think the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is if your rowing machine has Bluetooth, download the app, give it a shot, 7-day free trial. And if it works, you're in for a blast. Because a lot of people, they don't realize that the rowing machine might work with the application. Even if our trailers showcase like Concept 2s and stuff like that, not many people think like, yeah, my Concept 2 won't work or maybe something like that. So give it a shot, just download the app, try to connect, see if it works. Most of the time you will be surprised, maybe your rowing machine might work. So
nice. If someone wants to find out more information, they want to either sign up or they just want to know more, where would you how can they do that? So please give all your contact information and your website.
I would recommend just going to our website, which is exrgame.com. On there, you can read all about the application, watch videos, create an account, download the application, and of course, also find links to our social channels, not only Discord, which thank you, John, you will already link in the description, but maybe you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everything like that will also be on there. So that's like the main spot I would recommend people going to. If you don't want to go to our website, just take your phone right out of your pocket right now, go to the App Store and just search for Exr Rowing, and then you will find our application, download it and give it a shot.